Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Brendan Rich. Today we have a little special episode. I'm going to do a compilation. This is about 5 to 6 hours worth of grinding. I've compiled into about a half hour for you guys. So just to show you what I'm wearing right now, this is going to help with prices. We have the Amulet of Zenithar, which makes prices 10% better. And then, I'm going to go ahead and scroll down, and we have the Jester's Clothes, which makes prices 12% better. And then there's the one-handed bonus. And then also, just below that, is the Mask of Clavicus Vial, which makes prices 20% better and gives us a bonus plus 10 skill and speechcraft, up to 100, I believe. So that's what we're wearing, and what I'm doing is I'm trying to level up here because I'm getting training in healing, in restoration from Colette at the College of Winterhold. The reason being, for now, up until level 75, restoration is extremely difficult to get leveled up, so that's that. That's why I'm doing it. And you'll see why I'm trying to level it up to 75. There's a really easy way to level it up, but yeah, you'll see me switch in between these two to get better prices because I'm basically buying classes from her and then selling items in my inventory back to her to make back the gold I'm losing. So it also increases my speech in addition to restoration in the process. Alright, now we're in Whiterun. We're doing the illusion thing that I showed you guys earlier. This is a super fast way to level up. In case you want some extra perk points, this is a really broken way to level it up. Basically, you just get your enchanting up really high, and then you enchant 4 items, such as the Vermina robes and the helmet, and then you just cast the spell Harmony. In order to get it up high, though, I used Muffle the first time around, because you can't learn Harmony until you become like a level 90 or 100. I believe it's level 100. So, now that we've leveled up a few times, we're going to go back to Colette, because you can only train 5 times per level. And we're just going to redo the process again and again. Alright, now I'm hoping to show you guys a cool trick on how to level up Restoration. In case you don't have the money to pay for those classes, there's an easy way to do it, easy-ish. You find the spell Equilibrium, which can be found in the Labyrinthian, which is in one of my earlier episodes. I think it's like 4 episodes ago. But yeah, Equilibrium will take away your health and give you Magicka. But then you can go ahead and spam the health spell while it's draining. It'll take a while, and as you can see, I'm speeding it up. It's not the fastest way to level up Restoration, but it's definitely more effective than most other methods. If you can't find this spell, you can just set, there's like some dungeons that have the fire traps. You can step on those and have the fire constantly shoot at you while you heal yourself. So there's that too. I'm going to go ahead and activate the Mage Stone to increase certain schools of magic, you could say. Now I'm going to get the Circle of Protection, and this spell, undead up to level 20 entering the circle will flee, but that's not why we got it. We got it because this spell, just casting it, it's insane how quick your restoration will go up. It took me probably, I'd assume, 20 minutes. Don't forget to activate the Mage Stone and rest for 8 hours. 8 hours gives you the full while rested bonus, so you can have 30% increased quickness with your skill increasing, I guess. But yeah, I'm just trying to get a bunch of skills up to level 100 in this episode, so I'm showing you guys quick and simple ways how to do it. So I just literally sit here and cast it until I'm about level 100. Now what you guys are about to see is a compilation of me going around all the different holds of Skyrim. Because I got pretty bored of the College of Winterhold, not gonna lie. Like, this does take some time. It took me maybe, I know I said 20 minutes, but I'm pretty sure it more took me like 30 to 40 minutes or so. But what you see me doing right now is you see me buying a bunch of items for smithing, because I also plan to get smithing up. So I'm buying a bunch of ore so I can improve and make certain armor. So for the next little bit, you're just going to see me going from city to city, rotating through here, Solitude, and Windhelm. Just rotating through those 3 cities, because every 2 days the storekeeper's shops will replenish. And so it also, be sure to activate the Jester's Clothes and also the Amulet of Zenithar and such. so that you can, and Mask of Clavicus files, so you can get the best prices. So that's basically what I'm going to be doing for the next while, but I'm trying to multitask. I'm trying to increase my restoration while I buy these things to get ready for my smithing increase, so I can get the best possible armor. Okay, so now you just saw me switch stones. I switched it to the warrior stone so that my smithing could be increased even quicker than it is now. I'm also getting a well-rested bonus so that my smithing increases 30% faster. I'm also transmuting all my iron ore. In addition to buying ingot, I buy iron ore so I can transmute it to gold so I can make jewelry. It's a really quick way to level up your smithing, as you can see. And then I also make buttloads of daggers. As you can see, we have 140, and even with this amount, it's not going to cover the full amount. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to keep rotating through shops again until we get enough iron ingot to finish her off. But yeah, we're level 99, and we barely just don't make it. We're about halfway to 100. So on my visit to Solitude to get more ingot and ore, I actually came to this place wearing the same clothes, and I went to Radiant Raiment so I could get clothes to also increase my Enchanting to level 100. So we've done Restoration, or we're getting there, and we're also going to do Enchanting and Smithing to level 100 as well. So I'm just getting a bunch of clothes. This is the fastest way to get a lot of clothes so that you can just enchant items over and over. One other thing you could do that I didn't think about is, instead of going here to buy clothes, you could just make, like those daggers you saw me make, you could just make those daggers and you could enchant those daggers instead. So you don't have to do this clothes method. But the reason I do is because enchantments for items such as clothes are usually a little higher than weapon enchantments, especially those of iron daggers. So I do clothes because you can sell the enchantments on clothes for a lot higher than you can sell for daggers. At least I'm sure that's how it works. So here we are, about to increase it to level 100. Few feelings come close to getting your smithing to 100. Now I'm going to learn a bunch of enchanting. Well, not learn, but I'm going to enchant all of the clothes that I had bought from Radiant Raiment. As you guys saw, I waited 2 days as well in front of the shop so they could restock, so I made sure to have enough clothes. But I'm literally just going to make a whole bunch of random ones. Now you'll see me use greater and common soul gems on certain ones. Certain enchantments make an item more valuable than other enchantments. The most valuable enchantments are Fortified Carry Weight and Destruction and so forth. Oh, and Sneaking. Sneaking is probably the highest enchantment, like the highest valued enchantment you can put on an item. So this is just a sped up version of me just enchanting and enchanting and enchanting. And I try to put the highest worth enchantments on the item so I can sell them and increase my speech quick. Ladies and gentlemen, we've reached level 100 in enchanting. But I continue to enchant the rest of the clothes I have because I have all the soul gems to do it, and just because I want to be able to sell the items. Because we're going to get training later, and I want to be able to sell these items so that we can get our money back for training. So as you can see, we have our enchanting at level 100, and when you do this, don't buy those two on the right. they're pointless. What you want to do is buy the extra effect. It lets you enchant an item with 2 enchantments, which is one of the best perks in the game. You could also go to the left here like I'm showing you and get these for your weapons, but because I'm so good at smithing, we won't need a crazy amount of help with the enchantments. So before you enchant items that you want to keep, make sure to gather these potions from shops. You can also use the duplication glitch I showed you in one of the earlier episodes, but I would recommend trying not to do that if you don't have to. So as you guys can see, I'm about to enchant these with smithing, and since we can do 2, I figure I might as well do carry weight, since when I'm smithing I'm also carrying lots of ingots, so it enables me to not move slow the entire time I'm smithing. So there are only 4 items that you can enchant with smithing: the necklace, the ring, a body, and a arms. So you're just going to see me basically put carry weight and smithing on all of these items. Alright, now I'm putting the clothes on and I'm about to, well, I'm buying a bunch of ingots right now, even more than I was buying before, and then of course I'm selling all the items I enchanted to get my gold back. But that's essentially what I'm doing right now, so. Alright, so make sure to equip the gear that you just made with the smithing so that your smithing can be increased 100%. If you drink the potion, you can do 28% and accumulate 112% instead of 100%, which is outstanding. And then, I'll show you guys real quick, just like everything's legendary basically. At least all the light stuff, because I put perk points into the light side. I eventually will into the heavy side once I get more perk points, but for now I just wanted to do the light side. Yep, you can even improve Dragon Priest masks. But before I actually improve these things, I'm actually going to drink a potion of smithing. And once again, you can get these from shopkeepers when you reach a certain level. And I think you're going to be wanting to look for, it's either the elixir or the filter of, but we're about to find out right now. The enchanters and blacksmith elixirs are the best. A blacksmith elixir, with our 112 plus 50, it equals 162% better in smithing. So I ran out of the refined malachite, so what I'm doing is I'm going to get more so that we can continue to improve our items. Alright guys, I'm back. Basically, now we're going to do the weapons. So don't forget to drink your Blacksmith Elixir and to have the items that help smithing equipped, so that you can make the best possible damage output on your items. Yep, you can even increase the notch pickaxe, which cracks me up. As you can see, our glass bow now does 124 damage. Also, the reason it does so much is because I have invested points into the archery and one-handed skill trees. Now it's time to enchant the items that we had smithed. So for this glass bow, I'm doing shock damage and fire damage. With my dagger, I'm doing paralyze and soul trap. You see me adjusting it down so that I get more uses out of it before it runs out of magic. With the dagger, the reason I chose paralyze and soul gem is because most of the time I do sneak attacks with daggers. So if it doesn't kill them in one hit, it'll paralyze them so I can kill them. And then I can also collect souls whenever I want. With the sword, we're doing shock and fire damage similar to the bow. But with the bow, we can do more damage because arrows do a lot more damage, especially sneaking. But with swords, you hit enemies a lot more often. So I went with less damage per hit so that I could use it more. For the shield, obviously you got a fortified block. And for the other, I chose magic resistance because I figured it would be more effective than anything else I chose. So that's that. Now for what I'm doing now is I'm making Alteration and Conjuration gear. Alteration spells and Conjuration spells will each cost 25% less to cast. You can do it with a chest, a head, a necklace, and a ring. And I'm doing Alt-Con just to make it easier to find and shorten it so I don't have to type it out forever. Now, whenever you guys equip the spell Paralyze, that's when this becomes really easy. If you don't have Paralyze though, what I would recommend for Alteration... Let's see. Shoot. It's like blinking on me. Once you get paralyzed though, it's over. Like this, Alteration is a joke to level up. But before that, you can use like the armor, like the flesh is, I guess like ebony flesh and oak flesh. What I do is I just pay for the classes. I go to Tolfdir at the Cult of Winterhold and I just buy my way up. That's how I do it with Alteration personally. But there are a few other spells out there. Don't do Candlelight, that will take forever. Also, Shadowmere is immune to Paralyze, which is interesting. I don't know if this works on dead bodies, but what I did was I killed all the bandits until there was this one guy left, and then I just spammed Paralyze on him over and over again. Poor guy. He's just... Can you imagine someone just like practicing their Alteration magic on you like this, and you're just laying there, helpless? Now look how fast the Alteration increases. It's insane. So I did Alteration and Conjuration for a reason. Soul Trap is the easiest way to get Conjuration up. You can even Soul Trap a dead body. But once you get Conjure Dremora Lord, which is an expert level spell, you have to do this while in combat. If you do it outside of combat, it'll upgrade a lot slower. But if you are in combat with an enemy, Conjure Dremora Lord is the fastest way I know how to level up Conjuration. So unfortunately Shadowmere killed our guy, so I had to go inside where Shadowmere wouldn't be able to interfere with the enemies, and I had to go find some enemies myself. Once you're in combat, go ahead and conjure whatever you'd like. But Dremora Lord, not only is he the fastest way to level up Conjuration, but he's badass as hell. I also found the Lunar Iron Sword here. We do have to kill the bandit chief in this location. I believe it's called Silent Moon's Camp. It's kind of near Whiterun, to the northwest of it. Nah, there's our Dremora Lord, being the baller he is. Gonna go ahead and equip my speech gear, because I'm getting training in alchemy from her. And we're gonna go ahead and sell the items that we had enchanted earlier. I'm leveling up also so that I can keep getting lessons from her, because you can only get 5 lessons per level. Now Conjuration and Alteration are level 100. funny, both Destruction and Illusion are 69 right now. Enchanting and Smithing are also level 100. We're gonna go work on all these other ones over time, but for now these are the fastest ones to level up. Lockpicking, that's just... and Speech, don't get me started. Now Sneaking is 40% better, one-handed is 40% better. With Gauntlets, one-handed 40%, bows do 40%. With the Helmet, Destruction's 25% less and bows do 40% more. With the chest, Destruction spells 25% less, and our health is increased by 62. The necklace is Destruction, costs 25% less, and one-handed does 40% more. And for the ring, bows 40% more damage, and Destructions cost 25% less to cast. So we have 2 to 3 in archery and one-handed, each 40%, and then we have all of it in Destruction, so that Destruction spells cost nothing to cast. The reason I did it for this armor set is because it's both usable with swords, daggers, archery, and also my magic, so I don't have to switch armor constantly to try out new things. Now I'm going to show you guys how to increase blocking. This is the shield that we enchanted with the blocking and magic resistance. So if you're at an earlier stage in the game and you want to increase your blocking in a safer way, all you have to do is let an enemy wail on you and get a healing spell out. Since I'm a higher level, I let these guys go at me with in a group, because I have a lot better armor that I smith now. And my shield's really good, so I can take a lot of hits and stay safe. However, it is important to note that the higher the difficulty, the more damage they will do to you, thus the faster you can level up your blocking. But you also have to make sure that your health stays alright, because you also have to make sure that you're healing. Because they do about 4 times more damage, I think, on Legendary, and you do like 1/4 of the damage to them that you normally would, if I remember correct. Maybe it's half and double, I don't know. If that is too much for you, you can go find a horse and you can beat it with your shield with a shield bash, or you can find like a wild animal that will attack you. But Shadowmere is honestly the best horse to do it, but you could really do the shield bash method to any animal, including any horse. But it is a very slow method, but it's the safest method, and you can wait an hour for more stamina if you'd like. Whereas in combat, you can't wait. With a horse, such as Shadowmere specifically, you wouldn't have to wait. I don't think Shadowmere ever turns hostile. But this is the fastest method I know. The difficulty's still on Legendary. We had fought that Saber Cat, now we're fighting these guys. The difficulty's on Legendary so that they do more damage to me. And the reason I'm doing the Giants is because their hits actually, as you can see, increase my blocking way fast. Like, in earlier stages of blocking, 1 hit from them increases my entire skill. And that's because their hits are a lot harder. The Stormcloaks that were fighting us earlier, it was just a bunch of lightweight. And we were getting hit from every side. But with these Giants, their hits are a lot more condensed and precise. So I'm going to go ahead and speed this up soon so you guys don't have to watch this. It is leveling up fast now, but I will say it felt like forever later on when it got into like the 70s. That's when it really slowed down, where I had to take like 6 hits to level up. But this is the fastest method I know how to level blocking up. If Legendary is too hard, you can also switch it to Novice. It'll just take a little longer, is all because they do less damage. So it was daytime and now it's nighttime. So that just gives you perspective on how long this took. And we are almost there. Oh, come on. 1 more hit and we should be there. Level 100. I've never gotten blocking up to level 100. I've only leveled it up to like level 55. Now I'm going to go ahead and take care of these Giants because they've been bashing on us for like a solid half hour, 20 minutes. 20 minutes to a half hour. Maybe it was 40. I don't remember. It's somewhere between 20 and 40 minutes that this took me. I'm going to go ahead and switch it back to Adept just because that's the difficulty I play on. I think it's the most fair difficulty. You do damage to them, they do damage to you equally. That's how it should be. But when I'm done leveling up my skills all to 100, I will play on Legendary for the rest of the playthroughs because I think that'll give me more of a challenge considering how good my smithing and enchanting is at this point. It's almost a little unfair. Now for the standing stones, I noticed that 2 of them were lit, which I thought was really cool, and you actually get to see all 3 lit here pretty soon. Which, that is so cool. I've never seen that. I've only seen 1 be lit at a time, so I thought that was pretty unique. Now for this next part, I'm going to activate the Warrior Stone because we're going to work on getting our one-handed up. The easiest way to get your one-handed up is to just beat a dead horse, or beat a horse. What? I'm just kidding. Shadow Mirror won't attack you and has the most health in the game. If you want to play it safe, it will take longer to level it up, but switching to Legendary difficulty almost ensures that Shadow Mirror won't die. Also, your one-handed does not increase based on the damage it does after smithing and after investing skill points into the tree, but it is based purely on the base damage of the weapon. So you can kill enemies with 1 hit, but it would take longer than swinging at them with a weak weapon over and over again. It's just the repetition of using a one-handed weapon on them that causes your one-handed to go up. So there's really no fast way to do this. In fact, this is one of the longer ones to level up. Same with two-handed, light armor, and heavy armor. You just kind of have to let them hit you like a sack, or you have to hit sacks. So that's what it comes down to with this one-handed stuff. Alright guys, so to end the episode off, we actually, for the Dark Brother request, we were asked to go talk to Olaba the Feeble. Because we got a token, and she's actually going to show us a place to go. Which I don't think I've ever actually done this because I've never... Well, maybe I have, I just don't remember it. But I always got this token and I never went to go get the prize, so... She's going to go ahead and see a place for us to go to.
A potential. It is the last resting place of an assassin of old. A dark brother who bequeaths his ancient... No, that is all. Now,
alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this grinding episode. We got about 6 skills up to level 100 today. So I hope to see you guys in the next Skyrim Adventures episode.